And there we are. We should be live. Good
Howdy.
evening, good evening. I see Cheryl. Haven't seen you in a while, Cheryl. Missed you in Zoom.
Yep. I hope things are going groovy.
Did I say that with a straight face?
Yeah. Oh man, I was going to have you look at see if my cut was okay on my neck. I shaved today. Can you see it?
Look great.
Okay, thanks. Hey, Night Clover, how you doing,
Hey,
buddy?
Eric.
So, since last night, what's been going on?
Airplane crashed. Can't fly
Go
through a
moving?
helicopter.
No,
No,
man.
actually, nothing's going on today. Did some chores, rerouted some cables, and kind of tidied up the area here. Other than that, I just nothing. Wife made an awesome
Yeah.
pot roast for supper, though.
Oh,
Yeah, I
can
broke
I come
down.
over?
I had the taters and the carrots and the peas and
It's all well worth it.
damn right I was gonna eat it. I smelled that all day.
Yep. Hmm. Sitting here trying to scan some headlines.
We could always talk about Lyft and how big you are. I mean, hey,
I don't
it,
know. First, you got to take a look at this. Why?
to make people ask why.
Why? What's the
I
point?
now I really can't say anything because we've done it with Astro Band up here. That was very popular.
Brother, brother, brother.
Because the Astro van was just big enough for a decent four wheeler back in the day, and so everybody turned them into little four wheeler carriers, and
Yeah.
because then they put them up on the bigger frames, and
No, I never got into that idea. I mean, I can see it if you're going to be out where you need something like
yeah.
that, but just for running around showing off your Tonka,
Oh, that shit. You lift them up like that, and that just tears up the drivetrain on pavement.
yep, and warps the frame and all that good shit.
Yeah. And not to mention how you reduce you've increased your center of gravity, and just leave it the way the manufacturer gave it to you.
Yeah, it was screwed up enough.
Yeah.
Haven't seen any new UFO stuff.
No, not really. It's coming though. I just know that they're all up in the air. UFOs, UFOs. No, not until I meet. I
You
think
made
now I'm gonna have to meet one for me to even believe now. Or maybe somebody like yourself. If you said, "Hey Jim, I really did meet one guy," I might tend to believe you. Somebody close to me maybe, but
yeah, but
no,
no, I haven't had that.
I'm not taking the government's word for it. I don't want. I don't care about some sealed dossier. No, I need to meet little green Martian. Give me the P-38 modulator.
Yeah, what's there's one school of thought that says they may be demons
Or they could be fallen angels.
or fallen angels.
Or they could be just another race. Because, okay, personally, I subscribe to the theory of God. All right, well, that's no secret here. But an artist doesn't stop at one painting. So we're kind of stupid to think that if God does exist in the whole vastness that He exists in, no, He didn't just make us.
Yeah,
Now, did
but
He
you
make
forget.
other races that are capable of come visiting us? That's a different story. We could argue that all day. But to think that
But
we're alone in this big universe, no.
yeah, I think God could do that. He would be, well, not necessarily selfish with it, but who knows? He created the universe. He can do whatever he wants, you know?
But I mean, if you ever raised fish, sometimes you can't keep certain fish with other fish. So maybe he's
Yeah,
got a race over on the other side of the galaxy that we just can't get along with.
it's highly possible.
But you know what I'm saying? I mean, the theories are endless at that point. But
Yeah, but
the root of it is, if you think we're alone in this universe, nah, it's almost, yeah, it's almost astronomical.
yeah, but look at the books, the Vedas,
Yeah,
flying machines, and we're having a war, and somebody set off a big explosion, and it sounded a lot like radiation.
kinda. But if it was big enough, it might spread genetic material throughout. I don't know.
Oh,
I think that,
panspermia.
like I said, I don't think an artist stops at one painting. I don't think God stopped at one creation. I think he said, "Hey, let's do this today." Because let's face it, we don't know how time works for him.
Yeah, but
He's
what's
probably
to say
one
his
bored dude.
experiments of all of his experiments have been on Earth? You had this, and then what? Calamity, major
Yeah,
calamity. Then there, and there's a major calamity. What they're saying, five, six different extinctions.
yeah. But
So,
hell. But like I said, if there's aliens among us, I need to meet one. And that's not going
well,
to happen because let's face it, in the big scope of things, I'm nobody.
but they could make movies about you.
They could, but they won't because I tried to call the White House and they said, "Mr. Bean, no, don't do that."
Ah,
I said I'll drive around with my windowless van. You'll know it because it says free candy. And
does it play pretty music?
they still wouldn't let him come out and play.
Bastards.
What was I going to think about that? I don't know if you ever watched The Big Bang Theory,
Yeah,
but
I have.
there was
I'm
an
sorry.
episode where they wanted to open up their own comic book store. And then they were talking about, well, sometimes kids can't make it to the store. Their parents won't drive them. We'll get a van and we'll give them free candy on the way. Oh, wait a minute. That don't sound good now, does it? But, obviously they made it funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still hung up on that damn plane crash. I don't see how a combat pilot in a combat aircraft missed that big ass plane.
Yeah.
I mean,
All I'm trying to say, he was looking off and saw they were looking at something else and
but
didn't even recognize it. But
but
you
there's
can see from the
alarms.
video, it's a straight line.
I don't know. There's alarms and there's preventions in place for that. But you know what I'm
But
saying? There's
mhm,
collision alarm and like the cars do.
yeah. But you got to remember too, that helicopter had been around that airfield for a while.
Hang on.
We hadn't got to the job listings for air traffic controllers yet. Still got up there.
Yeah. I just wonder
People
how
would
many
get some.
people are going to take the retirement. I mean, not retirement, can't
Yeah,
say
yeah,
resentment. Resign, yeah, whatever.
yeah. What was it? 2 million. Hell, that one woman wouldn't even leave when she got fired from the USDA.
But they say if because he did this to X when he took over Twitter, he offered the same thing, and he said 5 to 10% took it, which saved hundreds of millions. If 5 to 10% of the government take this, it could save us 100 billion,
Yep.
and we get rid of some established retards.
Yeah. Yeah, come on. You just look at a pie in the sky, man. Come on. And then you get to hear the stories because he said that he wants to get rid of the income tax, which is a great idea. But I'm waiting to hear him say how he stole money out of grandma's mouth again. And
Yep.
and you got Republicans down in Florida and Texas doing hinky shit against what their constituents want. Like down in Florida, they're working on a bill calling it the Trump bill, having to do with illegal immigrants and how they deal with them.
Yeah.
And all they're doing, it's just liberal Democrat crap. Snuck its way through because they've planted all sorts of people throughout the country. No matter what President Trump does, you make sure you do something that will cause him to have to forget what he's doing and go over there and put that fire out, so to
Exactly.
speak.
Overwhelming.
And I still hadn't seen any backlash against old Karen Bass out there in LA. She decided to tell them there's going to be contractors that she's going to hire to rebuild Palisades.
Yeah, that doesn't got hooky written all over it. Wah wah wah.
Uh,
But yeah, so she's gonna hire the contractors for Palisade.
yeah,
Okay, that works.
but I thought, didn't Gavin Newsom just sign some kind of bill or something saying that he was going to protect those people that lost their shit from those big evil mean corporations coming down there to rebuild?
Yes, unless they went to college with him.
Oh, they probably hang out at his vineyard, drink wine together.
Oh, wow, this chair's uncomfortable tonight. Probably my bad
I'm
ass.
getting jealous of you driving that truck.
What's that?
It's getting jealous of you going out and driving your truck.
Yes, it must be. I love that truck.
I'm sitting there
Oh,
listening to it.
what's that?
Just trying to see what way that helicopter was going.
Hang
So that,
on. I got this little thing here.
Listening right now to
You can
WTTG,
see this is the
we're now
plane.
taking over to show you this. This is
Oh, it just
video
blew up. Hang
from the
on.
Kennedy
Watch,
Center
it'll repeat.
camera. And you see that explosion right there. That is the moment when this small plane apparently crashed
you put it
into
on
a
OBS. I
helicopter.
can't
Right
see
here.
it.
There's the
See
helicopter.
a fireball. And
Oh,
then,
you can't
Marla,
see
we
it.
see that plane head
No.
down towards the Potomac River.
Boom.
What
Okay.
an image there.
Well,
and
then I'll
according
do
to
this.
our sister station in DC,
30 rotten stinking.
I could do a live show in the truck, Cheryl. That would be fun. Ding dong. Well, look at that handsome
Hey.
fucking fella.
What's up, guys? Sorry I'm late, man. You know how the big guy is. He don't stop.
Yeah, I know
On
it, man.
him, tell this, and before that, I don't take it easy. You just got in. Fucking guys, you know.
Easy on him, man.
Did more in a week than the guy did in 4 years. I said, but take it easy, brother. How are my brothers doing, man? Sorry for being a little late.
Doing awesome. Doing awesome.
I
Doing groovy, brother.
my machine to work. I don't even got chat up, so I'm sorry, chat. Hi, everybody in chat.
Right now, it's just pretty much Cheryl and Eric.
Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Eric. So how's my big brothers doing?
I'm doing wondermous.
Wonderness.
Wondermous.
Yeah.
Now how's my other big brother? How's my bubba down there doing?
Hey, man, just chilling, man. Trying to relax the day before the bills, you know.
You know, I'm going over the bills myself. I got a thing on Amazon that I just got off of them. $173 for PlayStation.
Wow.
Like, this is news to me.
Oh.
I don't remember fucking ever, you know. So the lady's like, well, we don't have it here. Marvin, well, it's on my bill. You don't have it on your end, but I got it on mine. So how the fuck did that happen?
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. What are you gonna do? You know, this is life. How's my girl Kelly? How's Miss Tammy doing?
She's doing all right.
And my love to both of them.
You betcha. And you do the same.
Do
Cheers.
I have
I
to?
love y'all. Yeah, you might as well touch her, Jim. It's that time of the month, the end of the month. You got one more day. Oh, I didn't say you had to kiss her.
Oh,
Full on the mouth. Rat hole to rat hole.
That's it. You know the spiel.
Oh, that was a funny show. If anybody ever watched Future Man, it was so stupid. It was funny.
Now I got lost on Tripping the Rift. Showed that had
I go back
yeah.
to Flash. What's his name? The greatest American hero. What was that guy? Supposedly like a Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
The red suit.
Oh yeah. Believe it or not, I'm
Believe it, I'm
walking
walking
on air.
on it. Never thought I could be so free.
Yeah, he had blonde, curly afro kind of hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Another one of the
that's fuck, but I don't know. When you're high, it's good.
Yeah.
Talk about highs. Talk about high. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
There's the
Cheers to you.
Hallelujah, man. There he goes. I like that little sucker.
It is cool.
You know what? What a kick in the fucking ass.
Yeah.
You know,
welcome.
brother, that's the same one I had ordered for you that I never got. That I was going to
Oh
send you.
shit! I thought that was the cutest thing. When she said she wanted
That
it,
one had a mushroom on it.
yeah,
The one
but she said she wanted it. I go, wow, it's way too small. Let me tell you what, I love this little thing. Super easy to clean.
I got that. I got to clean mine.
Hey, so you ever found yourself in this situation?
Uh-oh, what do I do now?
Oh, well.
Oh!
No. Oh! That's when the husband's coming.
I always make sure it's not above the second floor.
No.
The worst thing is you hang there for as long as you can, and then you realize you're only 2 feet off the ground.
Then. This is the one I was talking about, big brother.
Oh, yeah. Little
Nice.
Babika.
Mm-hmm. This one, poof. This one's had it's
Few pounds.
well, yeah.
Yeah. It's all for study, right? You
This
just
one needs to go to the Smithsonian and be put encased in something like. Oh, this thing has been through battles. It's been through the weed that's went through this fucking thing. The money that's went through this fucking thing. Could have put a factory in them.
Need to get one of them guys that can cast it into resin.
Yeah. This one is this is fucking potent. This one. I forgot. It's like a hybrid, but it fucking. This one's nice. It's a sativa. This one just puts my ass right out.
damn it, man.
But it's good to have a variety, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm all for it.
So what you been up to, boys?
Well, the guys on the other show, they took a poll and told me to get some candy flavor for the Boro. And got some Candy King dweebs. Yeah, Candy King dweebs.
Oh, yeah.
Berry dweebs.
You know what? I gotta call Stevie, man. Another picking thing to the Bills.
I'll put the ether burrow in it.
How you like the ether?
It's good too. I like that. Just the different pins you can switch out.
Mm-hmm. You know, they had to get Violet a mouth thing, you know, and so she don't grind her teeth at night. So the doctor says maybe that'll help or whatever. So she went for one. Now it wasn't. Now this other one, the insurance company don't want to pay for it because it's experimental.
Oh,
And insurance and this one, $7,200 for the fucking thing.
Holy shit!
No, $7,200, and I told Violet, did the guy say with a straight face or a mask or something or anything? You know, pull out a fucking gun at least. You know?
Yeah, something. Yeah.
something. I mean, just don't come out with a number like that. You're gonna rob me, right? Fuck, man, oh, man. You know what? I don't care about the money. It's not the point of the money. Well, it is the point of the money too. But the point is, you got fucking insurance, man. The insurance that we got is like almost $3,000 a person. What do you pay? I mean, her job pays that. What are you paying it for?
Yep.
Why are you taking the fucking money out of my check for that for? Where I need this regardless of what it is. I'm trying.
We got a weird deal. They want us to insure our incoming water line and the sewer line out to the hookup if shit goes wrong. They said they're looking through their insurance and shit. And down there at the last few paragraphs, it starts saying what they won't cover. And it's basically every fucking thing that the insurance is supposed to be covering.
Anything that could go wrong, they won't cover.
Nope.
Exactly.
But if a pygmy, by the light of an August moon, runs a thorn through it, okay, we might cover that.
Only if it's got glitter. Come on.
Oh, well, sorry.
Important point.
It is. You're right.
Hey,
Got denied last spring because no glitter.
it's sad, man.
It is.
When I think about, every month what I paid for, I looked at it, I was grateful, because I look at, I could be paying $4 or $5 a month. You know what I mean? But still, I pay close to fucking $400-500 a month just on my meds, like co-pays and shit like that. And then there's been times that they didn't cover a certain med and everything, but the insurance company will tell you, you pay for it, then send in the receipt and we'll reimburse you. Well, I did that one fucking year, came out because remember that year I was going through all the meds, they were changing them, try this and try that, and all the lower the door. So the insurance wasn't paying for all of that shit. So they were saying that,
Hey,
you send in you send it in and we'll reimburse you. So it was about $7,500 worth of shit that year.
Damn.
I'm lucky if I got fucking $700-800 and 500 some shit like that. I got not even I don't remember the exact number, but it wasn't nowhere near $1,000. Out of all that fucking money, you call them, you fight with them, you hang up, they hang up, you call this guy, you speak to that guy, you speak to that guy, he tells you that guy tells you to speak to that guy that told you to speak to him. You're like, well, that guy just told me to talk to you. Well, he's the one. Go back to that guy. I don't know what that fucking guy's talking about. Maybe you two guys should get together.
Kind of like a Marx Brothers skit.
Yeah, it's like fucking who's on first, what's on second? Oh, he's on first. I love that fucking happening. Oh my god! No matter how many times I watch that shit, high, sober, no matter what. Who's on first? Means no. Who's on second? What's on first? I didn't ask you that. Tuesday. What does Tuesday have to do with who's on first? He's on second.
I don't know. Third base.
Yep.
I've been a bad boy at it. I fucking love that.
That was comedy.
That was comedy.
Yeah.
Steve Martin and Jerry Lewis.
Yeah. Yeah, but did it kind of shake you when you found out most of the funny parts that Jerry Lewis had during that time was when he was having a seizure?
Yeah.
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 They thought it was just part of his shtick.
Part of the shtick.
Yeah. He was a good man, though.
Yeah. Jerry Lewis, he was good. He did that for the kids every year.
Yeah, every year.
Even when he was fucked up.
We used to raise money for it every year.
Yeah. I mean, and he was even when he was messed up, towards the end with the sickness and everything. He still came out, he's all bloated and
Yeah.
everything. He came and did it, man. You know, you gotta give a man respect.
Yep, then testosterone blew him up big.
Fucking Dean Martin was good too.
Yeah, Dean Martin.
Dean Martin was the fucking greatest. You know who I liked a lot? Don Rickles.
Don Rickles,
Yeah,
yeah.
hockey puck.
Yeah, Don Rickles. I used to love when he used to get together with Sinatra. Your friend Bubatsu Gugats from over there, you know, in Brooklyn. He says break the legs. Sinatra said he would rather be the godfather of the mafia than president of the United States. Makes more money. he was connected though. He had fucking money all over the place. All the wise guys loved him.
Yeah, but I always go back to that first movie he made, The Man with the Golden Arm.
Oh.
Yeah, it's his first movie. He was real skinny. He's playing a heroin junkie that played in the jazz band.
Oh, I gotta watch that now.
Now you piqued
Well,
my
put it
interest.
this way, being a first movie, it's a hell of a lot better than Schwarzenegger's Hercules in New York.
Write it down so I don't forget. You know, there's Italians, they walk into their house, they got the crucifix, and then they got Sinatra right next to it. That's how much they love Sinatra. But
Yeah, they keep the Elvis velvet in the other room.
and Elvis, yeah, Elvis, my mother loved Elvis.
Elvis.
Oh, my mother and her best friend. Oh my God, yes.
I will forget about it. And you know, Albanian women, especially the old ones, they never, whatever. Oh, he's a handsome guy. Elvis came, she didn't give a fuck. Oh, he's so looking. Oh my God, my father. What are you, stupid woman? Huh? I'm like, man, don't feel bad. I said, that man died how long ago, and he still got women sleeping outside his house.
Yep.
They still do. There's people that still they fucking. You know,
No, they almost lost it in one of those deed scams.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lisa Marie's daughter got it all straightened out, and they'd almost lost Graceland.
Wow.
Makes a lot of money.
Yeah, it does. Well, at one time it was the most. It made the most money of all those kind of things, you know, Michael Jackson and all that.
You're talking about the king, man.
Saturday Night Live. Elvis is coke. Is that on tour?
You know what? But he was always conflicted, man. You know, he loved his mother. That was fucking. But it got to him to the point where it's like, you know, he couldn't go to watch a movie.
Yep.
He had to rent the movie theater. He couldn't leave his house without 20 bodyguards. You know, he never paid, like, you know, the guys that were around him all the time. He never paid them.
Yep.
Like a salary, like a standing salary. That their friends, they were like friends. He would buy them Cadillacs. He'd buy them houses. Here's a couple $100,000 or whatever.
Yep.
They never needed or wanted. They all were fucking very wealthy from him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and a couple of them did stuntman work out in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know
They're real familiar looking if you saw the older movies.
when I saw that, when the documentary, he said he never paid. Like, you know, it's not that he was cheap. You know what I mean? Well, you know, he have a brand new pinky ring, a ring that he bought. You know what I mean? And guys, oh, that's nice, Elvis. Yeah. You know what I mean?
He's kind of like that with girlfriends for a while too, wasn't he?
He gave a lot to everybody. But if he went to buy clothes, like, he would have to call ahead, rent out the whole store.
Yeah.
I don't go at night when the store was closed, and then they'd have to open up, and he would go shopping.
Yeah.
There's no other way for him to do anything.
Yeah. Oh, well, Michael Jackson did that too.
There's, people say, oh, poor them, but it does have its, like, it does have its,
Drawbacks.
of course. I mean, you can't be alone anywhere. You got to have a circle of people around you constantly. You go to bed at night, you got to have people in the house watching the room, watching downstairs, watching outside. Wherever you go, you got to have somebody up your ass. You know what I mean? You don't have 2 minutes of privacy. You don't have no.
Yep.
It's got to be fucking chaotic. You know what I mean? It's like being in fucking Gen Pop. You know what I mean?
Shit, look what it did to Britney.
Yeah.
Leave Britney alone.
They fucked up that. You know what? Everybody knocks the poor girl. They fucked her up.
Yeah.
They fucked
But
up.
they don't think about that. That happened to Michael Jackson.
Yeah, from a kid. They were kids, man.
Yeah. And hell, if it wasn't for Liz Taylor finally getting a hold of him, trying to help him. But that's when Kamala come in and started all that freaky shit, lying about him.
You know what happened too is like with Britney, even with Michael, these kids, they were so fucking exhausted. They're little kids, man. They were like wiped out, and they would push them and push. No, he's fine, fine. Oh, and that's kid. They're giving them drugs. They don't want them, and then the parents don't protect them because the parents hear cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what they hear. They don't give a fuck how bad. Then when their kids get fucked up, you fucked that kid up. What the father did to her, with that that reporter that she cursed out as soon as she got her freedom. You know what I mean? When she because she didn't want to do that interview. You know what I mean? She was all fucked up bad. And she was telling her manager, telling her, I can't do it. I can barely function right now. You know what I mean? I can't do it. They pushed her, whatever. They gave her fucking drugs or whatever. And the what's her name? Diane Sawyer, I think, or some shit, said that she wouldn't ask her all these kind of questions and promised that, she it's like a real fucking interview that she breaks down in. I mean, she fucking ripped into her. Wow. You know what I mean? That's not right. You know what I mean? The kids, look what they did to fucking, look what Diddy did to, what's that kid's name? Justin Bieber. Come on, man. The parents going on. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm not giving you custody of my kids for no weekend.
Rented him to him.
Huh?
Rented him to him. For a weekend.
I gave him he could do whatever he can, not get in trouble for that shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I would never in a million fucking years give someone. I don't know if I would give it to my wife. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? No fucking way. It's my child.
Yeah. And hell, don't forget Judy Garland. Look at the wreck that had.
Yep.
These kids, they don't realize it's a fucked up business, man. And then you got all these big moguls. They're fucking. They're getting half of them are like that. What's his name? That British guy. He did
Seville.
I know he did the Oscars like 5-6 times or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Well, he did The Office too with. He was one of the writers.
I can't think of his name. I know who you're talking
Funny
about.
motherfucker though. I know his last name starts with a G.
Oh, Gervais. Ricky Gervais.
Yeah. There you go. He said, 5 times, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But, he goes, and then Tom Cruise goes, What are you at? You're a pedophile. You're a petty too. He goes, you're all that. It's all coming out. He goes, everything is going to come out. He goes, and they're all united. He was right. He goes, I don't care. They asked me back 5 times. He goes, I don't understand it. But he's funny. He called them all out. He pedophiles and whatever. And he was right. He didn't fucking lie about one thing. They were all pedophiles. Tom Cruise, fucking.
Hey, Steve.
What's up, Steve? Sorry, I don't have chat open here. But yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, jeez, man. And think of that. All that's getting ready to be exposed when they start busting these people for fucking the pedophile shit.
No.
Child sex trafficking. They keep saying 300,000. I've heard them say there's probably like 500,000.
Yeah.
Of what?
Kids that are just missing.
Yeah.
They found kids from Ohio that had been missing over in Iceland.
Yep. Well, look at what's her name too. That one. What's her? The bitch. What's her name? The lesbian. The generous.
Oh yeah, Ellen.
Ellen DeGeneres. You know that she was selling like furniture, like little stupid handmade shit that she said she made herself, like dollhouse furniture things, selling them for million and change, right? And naming them after girls. Now this private investigator looked into it. That's why this bitch ran. The guy looked into it. Each one of those fucking things that has a name, a girl's name, it's a girl that's missing in some different state somewhere. All of them have girls' names that are missing. You know what I mean? Is that a coincidence? No, I don't think so. Maybe one or two, but not all of them. That's a brochure she's putting out.
Yeah, it's always gone on. We've known that forever, but
yeah,
it's where it's showing up now. It's just fucking disgusting. Remember how everybody went off on the Catholic Church?
Yeah. Even the Catholic Church. Now, people went off, but you had a few hundred priests, right?
Yeah.
But you don't look at they don't tell you that the thousands and thousands of bishops and priests and everything that they are. They put a bishop, a Baptist, a this, or that. They put it all in one group, a priest. Yep. You know what I mean? They didn't put just the Catholic Church and this and that. You know how many they are? Of course, there's every institution has fucking maniacs, pedophiles. Not that I agree with that. Not that I agreed with the church. I think it was wrong. I think the church does a lot of things wrong, and I'm a die-hard Catholic. You know what I mean? You don't know, but anything that man has his hands on. You know what I mean? My father was, God bless him, God bless his soul. I used to, when we confession and this and that, you gotta go. You tell us for confession, and hey, look, he goes, I can confess anywhere I am. I can go in my room and talk to God if it's in your heart. A priest is another man. He's built like me. He's like me. He goes, so many of them are great. Many of them are devout, A lot of them. My priest was a young priest, the guy that married us. I was very close to him, and still am, but they sent him far away. They sent him out of New York. And he's written books and shit. And he said, Rob, man, I have the same desires you do. I'm a fucking man. I'm flawed. I'm you know what I mean? We're flawed by nature. And he says, I make confessions, and I find myself confessing the same sins over and over. We're men, but there's no room for pedophiling. There's no room for hurting children. There's no room for any of that shit. I think you hurt a fucking child or something like that. I think the parent of that child, or the parents of that child, should have a fucking at least 1 hour with a bat in a fucking room.
Yep.
I go with the good book. It said something about a millstone around their neck.
That
All right.
works.
So I'll appease you both. We'll do both.
Yep. No kid should no kid, no child, and no elderly and no sick.
Yep.
You
Well,
know,
hell, look at that.
being infirmed with the elderly or children, there is no room, no nothing. There's no hustle. There's no way you should do or make money or do anything of those people. If you do, you're a heartless, soulless pit. That's all you are. You're nothing.
Yep.
Nothing. You don't deserve to fucking live. You know. I don't care that they say everybody deserves to live. Everybody can repent. No, you can't repent or you can't do nothing after you fucking molested a child. You know what I mean, no, there's no forgiveness for that.
Yeah.
That kid's life.
Yeah. And then you think all this time, at least after World War II, our government's been trying to kill us off.
Yeah. I mean,
What'd I tell you about that, JT? Stop opening your eyes and seeing them.
JT walks around. You ever watch that movie Reds?
Yeah.
What's his name? What's his name? And I love him too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you had to ask. Oh, what the hell is his name?
What a fucking asshole I am. Now it's gonna kill me. Come on,
John
you know who
Malkovich.
John Malkovich. There you go, Malkovich. And he's fucking that JT walks around with him with the fucking with the hat on, with the tinfoil, with the 86 phones, with the fucking transmitter on it and everything. I love when they go to the house. He uses the house as a decoy.
Yeah.
In the basement, he lives in a fucking shack. You know, like, oh my god.
I'm gonna get the pig.
Did he die? Or is he alive?
I don't know.
I heard that he died. He wasn't that old.
I know he did. He was in that Space Force that Netflix tried to do.
Oh, yeah, that one, yeah. Space
Hey,
Force.
Google.
Space Force is good. Are they coming out with
John
any of these?
Malkovich still alive?
Oh, good. Oh, yeah.
I found this on the web.
What did the twat find?
Oh, I think he died. No, I think he's still alive.
I heard it's like something. It could have been a rumor or.
Yeah, remember when they did that to Steve Buscemi?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. They do that. There was a website in Albania. They were putting out like these famous actors for clicks, you know? They were doing it to like for famous actors. Oh, you know, our condolences, he died, da 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 da. Well, one fucking lady, she wound up having a heart attack, the mother of one of these Albanian rappers. She turned on the fucking thing and oh, he tragically died last night. The kid's in fucking tour, you know, the mother doesn't wind up having a heart attack.
Oh.
I mean, what would you do? You hear that shit on the TV, you know what I mean? And,
Yep.
oh, fucking crazy shit, man. And they do it for clicks. They did it for a few people. Now you just now you don't know if they died, you still don't believe. Now you
Yep.
ain't fucking dead. I don't give a shit. It's something about you watch a movie, you know, one of your favorite actors that you like, and then they die, and then you watch that movie over. It's just not the same anymore.
Yeah.
You know he's dead. He's not around, and I don't know. But
Yeah, that's kind of the way I felt about wrestling after the last of the Road Warriors died.
oh,
Only ones left, Precious Paul. He didn't quite fill the shoulder pads.
You know who my man was all the time?
Was it?
You'll never guess. I had a few of them.
Yeah.
I like Bob Backlund.
Yeah.
I like Bob Backlund, and I liked Ivan Putski.
Oh yeah.
He used to fucking eat the raw onion, remember?
Yep.
And I used to like Abdullah.
Polish Hammer.
Yeah, Abdullah the Butcher.
Yep.
He was fucking.
Come on, man. You lived in New York. You got to be a Bruno boy.
Bruno Sammartino.
Bruno Sammartino.
The man.
When my father would watch that shit, he would get so fucking hyped. His socks, he would rip his fucking socks and pull them up those fucking. Come on! My cousins and him, they went to Madison Square Garden. You remember the fox, the fox the women used to wear back around the neck?
Yeah.
My father threw that shit in the ring. My mother, he threw it in the fucking ring when he won. My dad was nuts. Wrestling nuts. He still was. He died.
Yeah.
And then Dusty Rhodes. I love Dusty Rhodes.
Everybody loved Dusty. Even when he was in the Outlaws, Dusty was the favorite. It wasn't Dick Murdoch.
Yeah. And you know why? Because he would bleed all the time. You know what I mean? He always bled, man. Always fucking. And the Butcher, too. He used to go eating the fucking poles. That was the Butcher, right?
Yeah, Doolittle Butcher had him a fork he always brought.
Yeah, he used to eat the post. He used to.
Oh, you're thinking of George the Animal Steel.
George the Animal, he'd eat the turnbuckle.
He'd eat the turnbuckle.
Yeah. And he's a fucking football coach at a high school. At the time, he was doing that.
Yeah.
That'd be a trip. Oh, shit. Sorry, coach.
The Iranian Sheik, fucking crackhead. He died. He was a junkie.
Yeah. Cosgrove. Iron Sheik. Yeah. This is my man.
Sergeant Slaughter.
And down here we had like the Funk Brothers, and Dusty, of course.
But now don't forget the managers. They were half the show too. Lou Albano, the Wizard.
Albano. Fucking he was.
Did you ever see Albano when he was a wrestler? They were the Italians. They come out with the fedoras on and fucking nice suits and shit. They were heels.
Yeah, no, I never saw that.
Yeah. Now, Dad was stationed over in Hawaii, and we'd get, people stopping on the way to Japan to do the wrestling and shit. And one time, a giant Baba showed up. I'm sorry, 7-foot Japanese man is kind of hard to get your head around, That my sister squealed like he was trying to eat her or something.
Bob Backlund was another good one.
Yes, he was, but he was a wrestler's wrestler.
Yeah, he was.
Kind of like Mr. Wrestling 2. Oh, I know you got to see this one.
Oh, what do we got?
Well, you know how our president is just pretty much a master of anything he sets his mind to. Well, it seems he showed up at Long Island. Lowe's Island in Sterling, Virginia.
He opened the Tennis Performance Center. Trump followed Serena Williams, shoes off, coat on. Donald Trump showing he's got some game.
Biden would have did that pretty good. He would have died.
He'd have fallen on his face.
The fans seem to enjoy it.
Picks off his shoes. You gotta love him. Come on. Come on, he's a bitch.
Shit. So you think Melania will have any problem with us moving in with him now?
No, but like I said, just don't tell her you play bass because she don't like dirty musicians.
Nope.
Damn it.
She came in with the fedora, the hat on. She said, "Big Daddy, I go Ukraine, finish war, be back." You gotta. Did you hear that shit about the Social Security and all that shit?
Oh, yeah.
With the freeze and all that? You know, Biden put that in before he left, right? And had no fucking plan for it at all. They told him, how the fuck are you going to pay for it, moron? And then Schumer saying, oh, because of Trump. And what are you, how many times do they want to be caught and made look fucking ridiculous, the Democrats?
Oh, man, it's great. On X, they sit there and community note them almost immediately.
They fucking, I don't know. But, you know, at least he's going to give it back to everybody. You know, it's going to take time. But at least they're going to get it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, it's just sad. He's got to run at the pace he started. He's got to get faster, hit him harder because of all the shit. He told him, we've got 2 years to get this turned around.
I send Big Brother pictures. Over here this week at McDonald's, but it's not a bad neighborhood around here. You know, I live in a nice area, and you had them full tactical, man. I actually the full tactical. They were fucking fatigues, full tactical. They were army. The only thing they had on the back, it said police. So they came up white and clean and everything. You had the feds, ICE. There was a house that they put up. They were renting rooms. You saw them out. That place has vacancy signs there now. They cleaned out the whole fucking neighborhood.
Yeah, that was funny. Bob said that's around Chicago was like that too. And the next morning, I'll be damned if it didn't have a headline that read exactly what Bob said. Streets are empty.
Yep.
Because you had it over here behind McDonald's. There's a bus stop. And they hung, if you ever know, they'll hang out by a coffee shop. You know, a little dinette, a coffee shop or something. Or McDonald's. They stay behind there. God forgive me because they work hard. They do, you know. But it's like prostitution. You got them all hanging out. And you got the guys with the construction sites that do like side jobs and shit. They come there and they pick what they want. You know, hey, two guys, what do? You paint? You want? How much? Oh. You buy me lunch? Yeah, okay, I come. By 9 o'clock, though, that's it. Everybody, the guys that you see there, those are the ones that are lazy bastards. You know?
Yeah.
Work for that 150 a day. I'm in America. I want 700. No, but it's fucking. Now you don't see nobody, no fucking body anywhere.
The way it should be.
Yep. Oh, when the Arkansas governor told them, if you're here in the state of Arkansas and you're getting welfare, you will be required to work if you're able to.
You know what? Giuliani did the most beautiful thing. I remember Times Square. Between the peep shows, you could go to Times Square and get dope, junk, hookers, male, kids, guns, bombs, whatever the fuck you wanted in Times Square. That's how bad Times Square was. Giuliani came in. He said, look, you're on welfare. You sick? Okay, all right, no problem. You have to work or you have to go to school and get a trade. I have kids. Well, we got plenty of people on welfare that could be fucking watching children. You know what I mean? That are qualified to watch kids while you get a trade or a job. We got parks need to be cleaned. We got fucking this to do. Why pay and look for money to pay workers that we need? We can't hire them because there's no money in the budget because we're paying people to sit home. They had places designated where they would go in the morning, right? Like Parks Department or shit like that or this, and he would send them out. If you didn't do it, you got no check.
Amen. Yep. That's the way it should be.
If you were sick, no, it's not It's not this is to help you through. There's no way for you to make money. We'll teach you a trade.
Yep.
Put them in school. You know what I mean? Go to school, learn your trade, learn how to live. You know what I mean? But it's easier to pop out 10, 15 kids and not even take care of them and get a 12, 1,300 a month for each kid.
Yep.
So you're driving a Mercedes and you're walking around with Louis Vuitton and everything. That kid's got shit in his fucking pamper. You know what I mean? And you're crying, fucking United States. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Nah. He cleaned up New York. You had Hard Rock Cafe. You got all of that shit. That was all because of Giuliani.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Giuliani's the fucking greatest guy, because when he came to our neighborhood, look, social clubs and all that shit, dude, hanging out, he's got pictures with fucking white guys.
Yep.
You know, but
Don't forget Studio 54, man.
my brother used to bounce there. My brother was a bouncer at Studio 54.
Damn.
Well, at the door. He used to work the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. My brother was, I gotta show you pictures of my older brother. That motherfucker was big. He was like a little Lou Ferrigno. Little fucking pit bull. He still is. He still works. He's 70 fucking 2. He wakes up at 4:30 in the morning, hits the gym. He's at the warehouse fucking 6 days a week.
Fuck, man.
Oh, he's
That's
got a
great.
girlfriend, a wife. Fucking don't stop. My father was the same way. The only thing that got my father was the heart. And growing up the way, man, my dad worked all over the world, bro. France, Germany, all over. What he went through hell, my dad, you know? Taking care of his family, doing what he had to do. I know I talk a lot about my dad, but I had a lot of respect for him, you know? He never thought of himself, you know what I mean? Do what a real man
Good
does.
man.
That's
Yep.
what a real man does. Take care of his family, his friends, you know? You gotta be there when you get... It's easy to talk, man. It's easy to talk.
Yep, it is.
But you gotta show up. You know what I mean?
That's for sure.
It's not like that anymore, you know? I got a lot of friends that I've lost, you know? A lot of them, they'll never see the light of day. But I miss guys like that, you know? There are no more guys. There really are no more guys like that.
And there won't be.
The only way that to get that back is to go through some hard times.
Yeah.
But
Hard times
it's
make
hard,
good
though,
times.
because you don't wish that on this next generation. As much
No.
as I want them to suffer and just... But no, you don't wish that on anybody.
Hmm.
You just kind of hope that they open your eyes and look back in the history book, stop trying to erase it, and learn from it.
Hey, and pray that maybe we've got a chance to at least slow it way down and maybe try to right what's been done wrong.
You know,
Yeah.
when everybody would say to me about my kids, you know, you spoil them too much. You're spoiling them. You know, maybe I was in the beginning, you know, I was away for a while, you know, and I guess trying to make up for that time, you know. One day, though, my daughter comes home, my wife comes in. Back then, you know, they were kids, babies, you know, and school was starting. My wife had $500 to go buy clothes. I gave her to go buy clothes and ship for them. It wasn't just clothes; it was the book stuff, you know, the list the teacher gives you.
Yep.
And $500, plenty of money, right? Even back then. My wife comes home, she's like, I gotta go back tomorrow to get the papers and the things. What are you talking about? And the book bags are $200 some a piece. The fucking book bags.
Shit.
And my
That's
daughter goes, it's not a lot of money. Just go to the bank and get more money. but they were like 6, 7 years old, 8 years old. You know what I mean? No, I'm sorry, they're a little older. Summertime came. I packed them both up. We went to Europe and Albania. Me and my wife, I think we stood like 2 weeks. We left. You guys are staying here the whole summer. You're gonna stay with your cousins. There's no running water. They had to go to to the well to get water and all that shit. At that time, there wasn't, I think, and to go make a phone call, you should have to drive hours, Bill, and then wait online. And you were lucky if you could get 2 words in because the fucking service was, it was bad back then in Albania when the communism broke, And they were crying, we want to come home, we want to come home. After a couple of weeks passed more, they stopped calling, They were having fun. When they came home, they were different kids. My daughter says to me, she says, Dad, our cousin, they only have like 2 pair of pants. You know what I mean? A couple of T-shirts and things like that. And she goes, we got closets full of stuff. You know what I mean? And they learn, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to see that and go through that, you know what I mean? And they pampered the shit out of them. My in-laws, whatever. They fucking probably even went into debt to go get shit and make sure they had stuff with them, but it's just, I remember growing up, man, it wasn't easy for us either, I remember my parents would sit down to the table after me and my brothers ate. My older brother would hey, that's enough, come on, go. You know what I mean? I fucking hated him. It's a fucking, I used to think he was being greedy, you know what I mean? When I got older, it was like, no, I said, why do you think Mom and Dad wouldn't leave, you fucking idiot? I'm like, well, I don't know. I guess I thought there was no room on the table. I was a kid. There's no, because they wanted to make sure we filled our fucking bellies before they fucking did.
Yep.
And my dad worked hard to make sure that never happened. Make sure he got us out of that and gave us. He was hard. I mean, he fought us, he fought us for this generation. He knew that he had to make us who we are so we could teach our generation to keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that was always keep your generations going. Keep this name going, the Shkreli name alive, you know what I mean? And keep it alive with we call it Besa. It's even online, it's B-E-S-A, Besa. It's with honor, you know what I mean? And if you don't have honor and morals, then what the fuck do you got? You got shit.
Yeah. I still hear my mom talking about having to water down the towels to put them at the windows because of the dust bowl. Having to water the floor to keep it down so it wasn't getting all in the air and shit.
Yep.
In Albania, they did that shit. They would always keep. Here it wasn't like that, but in Albania, I remember my mother and my in-laws. When I was there, but my mother would tell a story about the fucking floor. There were people with sweeping fucking dung out, like. And fucking their cows in the fucking thing, and their living room was next to the cows. I've seen it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the stories of my older brother getting too long for the cabinet drawer. So they started hanging him by his overalls on the wall on a nail.
I used to carry my daughter and my nephews. They used to have the overalls.
Yeah.
I used to pick them up and carry them like a fucking briefcase. My brother was born in December, and my mother was going to get wood. They had it, because that's how they cooked and heated water and everything like that. And my mother was on the mountain, all the way up the mountain. It was like about an hour something walk from where the house was. And she would pack up all the wood and the kindle, to start the fires and everything, and on her back and walk it down. This is her being pregnant. She gave birth, I think, 15, 20 minutes after she came back with the wood. She almost gave birth coming down the mountain by herself with the fucking wood strapped on her back. And you know the fucking next day after giving birth, she had to get up, breastfeed,
Yep.
take care of the house, and do whatever she had to do. There was no fucking maternity leave or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Maternity leave. You gotta get up and do what you gotta do. There's nobody there to watch him and do anything else. You know what I mean?
Life
Yep.
don't stop.
No. Me, I was an oops, baby. I like Big Brother jokes. I'm an immigrant. I'm American by minutes. You know what I mean? I was born fucking a couple of weeks after they arrived, I think, something like that. Yeah, my mom was pregnant, and they were fucking. I was oops, baby. You know, my brother's 72. My other brother's 65. I'm 53. You know, I was oops.
Yeah.
God, that's an awful good sight to see. They're
What's
still
that?
building the wall by light.
Yeah.
Around the clock, them soldiers welding, hauling.
Did you see them guys working out there?
Yeah, I'm watching them right now. Kelly's got the TV on, and there's a live feed from the wall.
Fucking guys are out there. They're fucking bob wiring that whole thing. Try climbing that fucking thing.
I'll tell you what,
What was it?
you don't respect that razor wire until you've been bit.
Yep. What were you saying yesterday? They said that the illegals crossings had dropped by like 93%.
That was of yesterday, 93% in less than a week.
Yeah. And how many years we had to listen to the system was broken. If we could just had more money, we could fix that system and it wouldn't be happening.
Yep.
Well, if you quit inviting the motherfuckers and quit giving them money and maps on where to go.
I don't see where this is costing a whole lot of money. It can't cost anywhere near what it costs to keep them.
Oh, and what is it going to cost? You got the soldiers sitting around doing shit, getting paid for
They
doing
get
nothing,
paid regardless, yeah.
regardless for doing nothing. You know what I mean? So they're out there doing their duty and doing what they're getting paid to do.
There isn't a one of them men on that border that isn't just tickled to death to be there.
They're happy to do their duty.
Yep.
Because half of those guys, more than half of those guys, are there because they want to be there. You know what I mean? They're enlisted. They're not fucking drafted. They're not, you know. Like back in the day when you got fucking in trouble, it's either go to jail or go to the army. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These guys, you know, but, you know, the country's, you know, people get the wrong interpretation of it. This country's been built on immigrants. There's no real Americans, you know what I mean? If you look at it, somebody's from somewhere else, you know what I mean? Their ancestry, stuff like that, you know? But you do
Go
it
ahead.
the right way.
Yeah.
You do it the
See,
right way. You don't
They
come in.
tracked our family back to 1754. There was no United States of America yet. And then there's the Creek blood that were
Mhm.
back east, you know, before the Trail of Tears,
There you go.
you know. So then there's the Amish relatives.
The Amish.
Yeah, they're part of the Daughters of the American Revolution is that line.
You know, but you come in this country, you know, my family's immigrants, most of my relatives, you know, the other generation like us were born here, you know, but you come in like, even if my own people that come from Albania, not my own people are American, but people that come from Albania, you go there, you get a fucking bug. That's to them. They live on the mountain. You gotta see how they live and what they go through and what, you know what I mean? Their immune systems are fucking iron compared to ours. You know what I mean? When they get a bug, they come here, wipe half of us out, where it does nothing to them, and vice versa. Look how many what it did to the indigenous tribes, like when the fucking scientists went into the fucking Amazon to fucking look for medication, the plants and all that shit. How many died off? How many tribes and shit died off? And why?
Yep.
Because we bought it into them. They never had the shit that we bought, that we carry.
And vice versa.
And vice versa, yes. I mean, it's there for a reason. You come in the proper way. You're gonna come in, you know. People that are here, they're getting deported. No, people that are coming here, that have been they've been here for how long? Number one, they never went to get their papers. They never attempted to get their papers or tried for citizenship or anything. Why are you in here hiding?
Yep,
No,
that's always been my question.
know,
You've been here this long and knew that one day you would be questioned about it.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, you do what you got to do. You know, a lot of guys that come in and now a lot of guys come into the country and they'll give themselves up at the border.
Yep.
They'll give themselves up to ISIS. You know what I mean? They don't try to sneak into the country. They'll give themselves up to ISIS. They'll get arrested. They'll go through the system. They'll go through da-da-da. Either get deported or either they'll get a temporary stay after a doctor checks them and all that shit and whatever. And then got to go to court and do the documents and all that and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Then God bless you. You know what I mean? God bless you. Welcome to the country. But you come in or 8,000 fucking guys from a prison that broke out. You let them come into our country of the worst fucking gangs. They ran a prison of 300 fucking guys, and they're taking buildings over in our country. Where's the justice there, man?
That was just it. They were on a mission to destroy all of our systems, you know, our institutions.
They wanted, like we both said, a new world order. They wanted to fucking topple the United Nations. They didn't want completely our way of life. They want to annihilate the way we live. They didn't want rich. They didn't want millionaires. They wanted the fucking elite. Even to our kids, to sterilize our fucking kids, they wanted.
Yep.
Come on, man.
They've pretty much done a good job.
Look at the fucking thing with squatters. We were talking before when we were on the phone. A lady, I was watching it on the news, man, Channel 7 News or whatever, one of those news was fucking, she gets arrested when the Biden administration, she gets arrested because there were squatters in her house. She changed the locks when they left. And she wouldn't let them back in the house. They called the cops on the fucking homeowner. And she's getting arrested for not letting them back in the house. That shit didn't happen even if they were communists. Those fucking squatters would have been dead. They would have went in there and would have beat the shit out of them. But this is my house. I paid for it. I live here. My home. I don't know you. You came into my house trying to rob me when I wasn't here, and now you fucking live here. You know what I mean? What kind of kick in the ass is that? I mean, I couldn't believe it. I thought I was in a nightmare, a fucking dream. Like, it can't be happening. This is not happening.
Well, what world does that make sense? I can come into your house, set up residence, and say, "Yep, I live here now, Bob."
Man, let me go to the fucking White House and just walk right into the Oval Office.
Sure.
I'm here. You know what I mean? I live here. You know what I mean? No, you don't. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I live here. Sorry. You know, they just wanted. I hate to say it. They wanted like a fucking Hitler, an Aryan nation, where they wanted to fucking make their own elite.
Yep.
Their own fucking elite. You know what I mean? They're fucking, that's it.
Mhm.
And we're
Yeah.
fucking, if they would have did what they wanted, we would have fucking been sectioned off.
Yep.
They would have built the wall keeping us on one side and them on one side.
Yeah.
Telling
I
you.
always wondered about that. Europe, man, had a chance back after the American Revolution to become free people. But no, they didn't. They just installed a new form of monarchy
Yep.
Monarchy.
under the name of socialism.
Yep. Albania, the same thing. They lived through fucking 50 years of communism, and they put us as like a free socialism. Who the fuck knows? There's so many parties. This party, that party, this. Who the fuck knows what's going on? Nobody knows what's going on. Everybody's a crook. You know what I mean? Nobody knows what's going on. You know, this guy runs this party, this guy runs this part of the country, that guy runs, but it's one country, 8 leaders. You know what I mean? Fuck is that? You know what I mean?
There was a. It's kind of like China. Like before Sichuan.
Yeah, well, they were friends of China and Albania with Russia. They were communists. But they were hardline communists. Stalin, all those fucking guys. Tito, remember Tito?
Remember Tita?
Tito, he was fucking Yugoslavia. And that's what happened
Yeah,
when
Franco.
that's what happened when we broke away, when Kosovo we're part of Serbia, when we said, fuck you. We'll rather starve than stay communism or go with Serbs. So we tried it on, and then this fucking guy comes in and Georgia, 50 years of fucking hardline communism. I'm talking concentration type shit. You know what I mean? For 50 years, man.
Oh.
This guy was taking newborn kids and having blood transplants, drink their blood and have blood transfusions. You know what I mean? Because he thought that the blood of the newborn would keep him alive longer.
Yep.
Fucking demented motherfuckers, bro.
Hell, look at the Ceausescu's over there in, what was it, Romania?
Romania. Another bunch. Fucking maniacs. I think all of them fucking Europeans on the Black Sea, the Balkans, from where we're from, they're all twisted, man.
Yeah, well, don't forget Italy.
Oh,
Do you
Well,
suppose
I
it's
do
because
like
they
Giorgio
don't have a
Meloni.
DEI program?
a what?
They don't have a DEI program over there, do they?
No, Jim, it's a DIE program they have over there.
Oh,
It's what it all comes to in my eyes. Yeah. Sorry, don't call it socialism. It's communism light. It's the
Yeah.
same thing.
Same
The
thing.
same stew.
Just one out, well, as the Italians would say, a jambot. It's a fucking stew of all shit that's left over. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. At the end
Yeah,
of
son of a
the
bitch.
end of the day, the only ones that win are the politicians. And not even all of them. They're just the ones that are sitting in the fucking, at the big table. Look at fucking Putin. What do you think, Putin? A fucking gangster. A fucking gangster.
Yeah.
But he's got balls. You heard what he said? They asked him about the Ukraine war. They said if Trump was in office, would have the Ukraine war happened? He said if they didn't steal it from him, if they didn't steal the election, exact words, if they didn't steal the election from him, he said, it would have been a different thing. He said, impossible, there wouldn't have been a war. He says, oh, it would have been totally different than what it is now. Or it's
Yep.
happening now. You know what I mean? If he was in power.
Yeah.
Soon as Trump won, he called and congratulated him. The world was happy that he went into office. I mean, kid yourself not. For all the faults that we do have, we're the greatest country in the
Yes.
world.
But Bobby, they saw him get shot and stand back up. You know,
Hey, I
fight,
like when you
fight,
say
fight.
"fuck you." You know what I mean? Give it a
I
fuck.
just wonder how many pictures of people's houses he sent out.
Oh, that fired me up when I saw that shit. And then fucking throwing his hand up. I'm like, yeah, fucking Rocky Balboa. You know what I mean? When he's like, you know.
Well, I'd heard that China was going to take back their illegals, no problem.
Yeah, all of everybody. Excuse me, boss.
Now you got them ones down in Central and South America who want to play stupid commie games.
Mhm.
But we're in the find out stage here in America right now.
Yep. Play stupid games, get stupid prizes.
I love when he went to see Yang Peng, that little fucking rocket man he called him. When he's walking in, everybody's shaking. Where the fuck is he going? You know what I mean? Wait, he's by himself. You know, he's walking into the. He's going. He's really going. You know, he shakes. He takes a foot over. You know, you saw the way he put one foot over, like, yeah, I'm here. Shakes his hand and he pulls him over into the United States part. The guy's like, oh shit, man. You know, what do we do? This guy's nuts. Takes balls to do that, man. You know, when you got fucking snipers all over ready to kill you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Only presidents to ever do that.
And now he's got a mission.
Yeah. He says he wants to leave his legacy known as a peacemaker.
Yep.
I'm a big brother. Why you gotta keep doing that shit?
What's that?
How the fuck you gotta keep doing that? Yeah,
Because we're cutting into my smoking time.
Me too. What time is it?
It's 8:45.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah, we've been on for almost an hour and a half, hour and 27 minutes.
I'll be damned.
I'll be damned. It goes so quick when you got something to talk about.
Yeah.
I told you we missed Bobby's magic mouth. Wow, that didn't sound right out loud.
Holy
Sorry,
shit.
brother.
Fuck me.
Strike that
He
from the
only
record.
meant it in the most professional of ways.
I feel it made me sound like a cocksucker.
I give up.
I mean, it's like, you know, the guy says, hey, I stuck up for you yesterday. They were calling you a dirty cocksucker, and I told them, you're the cleanest one I know.
You're the cleanest one I know. He showers regularly.
He's hitting that fucking thing, and I'm like, shit, I'm feeling nice. Let me have another toke of this. You know, it's nice because I haven't smoked in a while, you know. I've always smoked, but I wasn't smoking regularly for about a while. Now that I'm smoking, you know, I don't need as much.
Yeah.
You know, like 4 or 5 hits, and I'm fucking nice. I'm like, if it could stay like this, I'd save
Yep.
money.
Almost like you grew your virginity back.
Like, yeah. Like, nice, you know. I remember smoking a half ounce a day. It wouldn't do shit to me. I was like all day long trying to chase it. You know, you try to chase the buzz, you know what I mean? You can't get it. You're like smoking joint after joint after joint. You became the fucking...
Cheryl said hi, Miss Kelly.
Hi, Cheryl. Hi, everyone.
Hi, guys. Everybody's still on? Who's on? I didn't see... If I missed anybody...
Cheryl's in there. I don't know if Dylan or I'm but well, maybe we'll wrap this up and go play with the cool kids.
Yeah, I'm actually going to wrap it up and eat, but I love you, boys.
Love you much,
Love you.
Bobby.
And I see you guys next week if you have me. And
Anytime you're
bye,
going.
girls. If Miss Tanny's there, bye, Miss Tanny. Bye, Kelly, girl. Love you, Mama.
Love you.
All right, honey.
All right, guys. Have a good night. We'll get you in Zoom. Yeah, later.
Bye.